This video is brought to you by BossRootin.com with big sales on now, and PowerPerformanceProducts.com, where you can receive $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects, the best pre-workout supplements on the market.
What else can I have? You know, I got my health, and I got a big fight coming up, and I don't need anything. Me and my wife, we just exchanged hugs and blessings, and that was it, you know.
Why do you fight? I mean, obviously it's not for money as much anymore. What is it that motivates you to fight?
I like it, you know. I mean, I like doing it, you know. I think it's just, you know, last summer I got to be on my farm and be me and be a farmer, but I enjoy that. But being competitive and being able to get back in the gym again, and you know what, I spent 3.5 months at my farm, and I got to get, I mean, I got to get down and dirty and do physical labor, you know, of farming and recover, and it was more therapy for me, and then I was like, you know, I'm not ready to be done, you know. Yeah, you know, I've made a little bit of money here and there, but at the end of the day, you know, I think it's my identity. It's who I am. It's what I want to be, and you know.
Are you as competitive, like say, when you're farming and you're trying to sell your stuff, and are you as competitive in that aspect of your life as you are in the fight game?
I am. I'm competitive in everything except for you know, horseshoes and hand grenades. But I don't know. It's, you try not to, you know, not as much. You know, it's my hobby. It's my relaxation. You know, I mean, people really wouldn't understand it.
Rock, when this fight was first announced, you admitted that you really weren't too familiar with Alistair and what he accomplished in his career. I'm curious how much you've gone back and studied since then, and what your impression has been as you prepared for him.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't look at other people outside of the UFC division and the heavyweight division. You know, I'm not a guy that sits around and ponders about that kind of stuff. For me, I sit around and ponder about white-tailed deer and you know, and hunting and my family and things like that. And not all my dream matchup would be a fight with so and so. So I mean that. But obviously, you know, this is a guy that he's threatening. I mean, obviously, you don't get into this company and get into this division if you're not a threat. I mean, this is, you know, this isn't bingo hall fighting, you know, or your local fight stage. You know, I mean, it's the real thing, and anything can happen. So I mean, you got to. I feel the greatest I've felt in a long time. And I've actually just sat and just pondered about how good I feel and how fortunate I am just to be back here. I mean, May 27th of this year, I had 12 inches of my colon removed, you know, and so I don't even know how many months that, you know, has gone by, and here I am in a pretty big fight, you know. So. I feel, you know, I don't need any Christmas present. That's my Christmas present, just to be healthy and get back in the octagon.
So when you did look at a little bit of footage of him, though, what did you think of him compared to some of the other guys that you've already fought?
Honestly, I really don't say, well, I mean, we look at tendencies. We look at who he's fought, who he's won against. We look at, you know, we really break the fighter down. You know, I'm not analyzing Alistair as a person. I'm analyzing him as a fighter, and so we break down, you know, how he moves, and we want my guys to mimic that, and we focus on how we can, you know, nullify certain things and control this fight, and that's how I look at things. I don't look at it like, well, yeah, well, he's got a good jab, or you know, we got a, you know, we approach it very professionally.
Brock, do you think he's going to be able to mimic in training camp somebody having your quickness in terms of wrestling? He's talked a lot about the wrestlers he's worked with, but it seems like for a big man, there's very few guys that are as quick on a shot as you are. Is that something you think he can mimic?
You know, you don't get to sit here and be me by trying. You know, there's nobody else out there. I've got the best heavyweights in my gym. You know, Cole Conrad, John Madsen. You know, I think Pat Barry's probably, you know, as far as striking goes, this guy when he first got to my gym, you know, ran circles around me, and now we're banging, and it's lookout time, you know. And so having a guy like Pat in my gym to stand in front of me and to mimic Alistair, and you know, I don't think he really understands. I mean, the UFC, this is the best of the best, you know, and I think I'm one of the best heavyweight fighters out there, and I can honestly say that because I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't true. So when you look at the rankings, yeah, Junior's got the belt, but I mean, you know, it's just one solid punch or one solid submission away from losing it, and that's this game. I'm gonna go out and try to win Friday, and do the best job that I can do, and to put me in that position to face Junior. You know, it started, my picture in Junior used to be right there, you know, and I was prepared for that fight, and but I had a hurdle to go over, and that's life.
We'll take one more question, guys.
Brock, some people are saying if you lose this fight, you know, the 2 losses in a row, you had some time off.
I'm sure Dana will fire me. I'm sure I'll get the boot.
No, but some people still question your desire in this sport. Does that get old, and what would you say to
I don't know why people question the desire. I mean, for fuck's sakes, what do I got to go through? What do I got to do to, you know?
More interviews.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. You know, it's. I love what I do, and I'm here. I haven't looked that far ahead, you know. I'm sure, you know, I'll maybe get it. I don't know. I don't really envision that. I see myself winning. I see myself like this. My hand raised.
Godspeed and party on.